Good evening, Roehampton Club. This is Susanne with another 45-minute Pilates class. You'll need a chair. Make sure that it hasn't got any wheels on it. It's a nice sturdy chair. You also need a block and you need a ball. When you use a ball, the exercise balls, they look like this. You want to have it fairly flat. So it's a nice little flat ball, not too blown up. And if you haven't got a ball, then a cushion from your sofa can work as well. So that's your option there. So a block, a ball, and a chair. Good. Let's go. Let's stand up. Stand behind your mats. Nice and tall. Your feet are hip width apart. Good. And now hand on hips, please. 4 fingers at the front, thumb at the back. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, I'd like you to lift your pelvic floor up. So take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, you lift that pelvic floor up. Make sure that you're not clenching your bum. On the inhale, you relax the pelvic floor. On the exhale, you pull it up. So there's currently no movement in the hips at all. And relax it again. So exhale to pull it up. Inhale to relax. We're now going to add our belly button pull in and the hip movement. So take a deep breath in again. Exhale, pull the pelvic floor up, draw the belly button in and tuck the tail between your legs and then go the other way. So a lovely little pelvic tilt. So now you've got that movement, making sure that you are still initiating it from the pelvic floor. Good. The bum cheeks are ever so gently engaging in that tilt now. So breathe out and breathe in. You should feel that movement through your fingers. Good. For a really good hip position, you want to keep the hip bones facing forward. Imagine headlamps. They're shining straight ahead. Good. So once those hips are tucked in, so you should feel like you're lengthening your tailbone down, drop your arms to your side. And then on the exhale, you're going to start to reach the fingertips up to the ceiling and lengthen the crown of the head over to the side. And do that again. Your aim here is movement in the spine. So what you want to feel is the spine moving, and also you want to feel a stretch just above that hip bone. Keep that breath going. So you inhale to pull the arm down, exhale to reach across. Do it twice more. Breathe out. One more time. And breathe out. Good. We're now going to grab the ball. We're going to re-engage our core. We're going to gently press the ball between our hands. Feel how the shoulders are engaging here. So the ball is right in front of our breastbone. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, you're going to look over the shoulder. The ball moves to the side. Your spine rotates. Inhale, bring it back again. Make sure you lift your elbows up gently. Breathe out and breathe in. Good. Try to do this without moving your hips. So your hips stay facing forward. And make sure you don't feel any uncomfortable feeling in your lower back. If you do, that means you're rotating too far. Breathe out. Look over the shoulder and back to the center. Good. Last one. Fantastic. And back. Now take that ball and stick it between your thighs. Good. We're now going to go down into a squat. Come back up again. Really engage your bum cheeks. Engage the bum cheeks. So take it down. Inhale. Exhale to come up. Imagine you've got half a lemon stuck between your bum cheek. And as you come up, you squeeze that lemon. Make sure that your knees don't come inwards. So if you feel, some of you look a little bit like that, just bring your feet a little bit closer together. So we've got a nice parallel thigh. That's better. And squeeze to the top. Really engage. So this is all about waking up the bum, the knees, the hips, the shoulders, the breath. And breathe out. If you've got one more, take it down. And come up. Fantastic. Now we're going to combine the two movements. So take the ball again and squeeze it again like we did earlier. I'm going to show you from the side. So we're now going to pull the tail back into a squat and come back up again and really try to straighten that spine. Do that again. Take it down. And don't forget your elbows are wide. Take it down, elbows are wide. Come up. Now have a look. Now we're going to add the rotation to this. So we're going to go down into a squat. Inhale. And then you're going to exhale, rotate. Inhale back to the center. And then you exhale over to the other side. Back to the center. And back up. Good. I'll show you from the side. Let's do it again. Squat down. Inhale. Exhale to rotate. Same amount of weight on your feet, please. Inhale again. Exhale over to the other side. Back to the center and up. Let's do it twice more. Take it down into that squat. Exhale to rotate. Make sure you've got the same amount of weight on your feet. Your ball and your cushions are attached to your chest. I can see some of you going like this. Make sure that ball is stuck to your chest. One more time. Take it down. Find rotation. Look over the shoulder. Back to the center. Inhale. And then exhale over to the other side. Back to the center. And up. Good job. Drop the ball for now. And hold on to the chair. Good. So make sure there is no wheels on these chairs. Nice and steady. Stand nice and tall. We're going to go into balance. So probably don't need to hold on for the first one. We're just going to wake everything up. And we're going to do our little marches. Look straight at the horizon. Make sure you're standing on solid ground, so you're not on your mat. One more on each side. Last one. Good. And now we're going to hold on just with as many fingers as you need to, so as lightly as possible. The outside leg comes out. Good. Make it look elegant. So take that hand and place it on your hip. Lift and lower. So what I don't want to see are two things. I don't want you to lean over like that, so your upper body stays perfectly upright. You might need to reduce the range of movement a little bit. And now have a look where my toe lands. So I lift and I toe tap with my big toe. I do not bring the leg all the way in. So I keep that balance going. What that means is that this bum cheek here of the standing leg is working really hard. If you want to make this a little bit harder, then hold on to both hips. Just make sure you stay safe. Come on, big toe, please. Big toe. Some of you are still bringing the leg all the way down. I don't want you to bring all the way down. I want you to stay balanced and just tap the big toe down. You see that the width between my legs? I've got quite a big width as I bring that down. So don't bring the foot next to foot. That's better. 3, 2. You've got one more, and now we're going to hold it here. See if you can let go. Now that thigh should be burning by now. Keep breathing and holding. Hold on if you need to. 4 more. But try to let go if you find it easy. 3, 2, and let go now. Good, well done. Same thing, other side. So the chair is here for psychological support, I suppose. We're marching again. This one, try to do this one completely unaided. Keep breathing. Check that you're engaging the core. Don't overlift that knee. So if you're feeling a little bit wobbly, then don't lift that foot up quite so high. I can see some of your pets. Make sure that your cats and dogs don't suddenly knock you over. Fantastic. One more on each side. Good. All right. Let's hold on to the chair. Stand on that leg. So make sure this knee, the one that you're standing on, doesn't stop bending. Up and down. Don't overlift. I want that upper body to be very, very long. If you can, hold on to both hips. But if you need to hold on to the chair, then please do. Good. Come on. Keep those hips facing forward. Just reduce that motion a little bit. Good. Keep the knee and the big toe facing forward. You've got 4 more. Stand on a straight knee. 3, 2. Good. You're going to have 1 more and then hold it. Hold, hold, hold. Good. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Hold on to the chair if you need to. You've got 4 more. 3, 2, and release. Good job. Okay, we're going to stand with our body towards the back of the chair, quite far away. And then you're going to place your hands onto the back of that chair. Good, and then just step back a little bit more. Our legs stay nice and straight. You're going to take a deep breath in. Our arms stay nice and straight. And on the exhale, you pull the tail back. Feel that stretch in the upper body. Good, and then come back up again on the inhale. On the exhale, drop down. Good. And up again. So your aim is a straight back and an engaged core. You want to allow that breastbone to sink. Feel the stretch in the upper back and shoulders. Good. Have breaks if you need to. Take it down into that stretch. Now try to stay straight, a little bit straighter through the knees, because what that will do, it will give you a stretch through the back line of your legs. So try not to bend your knees quite so much. Keep them a little bit straighter. You've got 2 more. Sink down on the exhale. On the inhale, come up. You've got 1 last one. Breathe out on the exhale. Good, and then come all the way up. Take another deep breath in. Lift your arms to your ears. And then engage that core deeply as you lift your breastbone up and feel a stretch in your stomach muscles. Good. Hold it here. And then bring the arms to your side. Fantastic. I reckon we're ready for the floor. So lose your chairs. Come onto all fours and start your cat-cow. I just need to quickly change my camera angle. So hands are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. Cat-cow. Make sure that the core is engaging, so that belly button is pulling towards your spine. The 2 hip bones are gently tilted towards you, and of course the pelvic floor is lifted. I'm not going to give you a breathing pattern here. Just breathe naturally, please. Breathe naturally. 2 to go. And last one. Good. All right. I'm going to give you a couple levels for this one. Level 1 is a Superman just with the legs. You should all be familiar with this. So make sure the back of the head is lifted, the shoulders are pulled back and down. On the exhale, you extend one leg. On the inhale, bring it down. And I recommend for a level 1 that you change from right to left. So that's your level 1. Let's do one more on the other side before I introduce level 2, making it a little bit harder. Good. So Superman is always all about stability. So we're now going to create instability with the ball. So we're going to place this ball underneath. I have it underneath my right hand. If I turn slightly that way, I need you to ever so lightly bend your elbow. So your right elbow, if the ball underneath is slightly bent, your left elbow is perfectly straight. You're going to apply 50% of your body weight into the ball, or indeed the cushion. Then take a deep breath in, and I want the diagonal leg to the ball to lift up. And then bring the diagonal leg down, and then go again, same side. So that's your level 2. So level 1, you go right, left, no ball. Level 2, ball is underneath your hand, diagonal leg goes. The diagonal leg. Always the same one. Breathe out. And you want to try to keep the wiggling to an absolute minimum. Last one. Bring it down. Keep your knees parallel and sit back. Keep your right hand on the ball as you fold yourself in half. Only bring your knees as far back as you feel comfortable. So I hope you felt what this does. So that ball creates instability, which makes the leg movement harder, and the shoulder stability is very much challenged. So let's put the ball underneath our left hand. Our left elbow is now slightly bent. Our right elbow stays locked out. Engage the core, lift the back of your head up. The diagonal leg lift. So you've got 50% of your body weight on that ball. Exhale to lengthen. Give me more elegant legs. So I want to see that length all the way into your feet. The breath out as you extend and lift. You want to try to do this with as little shivering and wiggling as you possibly can. You've got one more. Bring that knee down, and again, we keep the hand on the ball, and we sit back into a child's pose. Perfect. Okay. Let me turn sideways again. Grab your blocks and line your side. Okay, so we're going to line up our feet with our bum, with the back of our shoulders, with our head. We're going to take the ball and stick it behind our knee and hold on to it. If you feel that the cushion is just not working for this, then just drop it. Don't worry too much about it. So your aim is to keep that ball there. It engages the back line of your legs. Good. The waist is lifted, so there is a nice lift through the rib cage, hand on hip. You're going to go knee to knee, foot to foot. If you drop the ball, just place it back in. If you find the ball too annoying, just lose it. You can do the same movement without the ball. So this is hip mobility, hip strength. This is your level 1. If you think, I'd like a little bit more, then we're going to add our obliques to the mix. So you're going to bring the elbow underneath the shoulder, and you're going to do exactly the same movement here. Make sure the shoulder is pulling down. So what I can see in some of you, have a look at my waist. So some of you are in this position, collapsed. I really need you to pull the shoulder down your back and lift the waist away from the floor. That's your level 2. For a level 3, we're going even higher with this. Bring your feet together. And for a level 3, we're going to lift the hip up. Knee to knee, foot to foot. Knee to knee, foot to foot. Good. I've probably got about 6 left in me. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, my ball fell off. And 1. And relax. Good job. I saw that your ball stayed there. Those last 2 could lie flat down. Excellent. Good. Grab the ball and place it on top of your palm. If you haven't got the ball, don't worry about it. Don't use your cushion. It's not going to work with the cushion. What we're going to do now is we're going to roll the ball away, and we're going to stretch the shoulder blade away from our vertebra. So if you haven't got the ball, you simply place your hands shoulder width apart, and you reach forward with your fingertips and then pull it back again. So you could say you have an imaginary ball between your hands. Roll it forward, feel that stretch, and roll it back again. So the stretch sits right beside your shoulder blades, between the shoulder blade and the vertebra, and you're finding a whole upper body moving forward. Make sure the core is engaged. We're going to do 2 more. We're going to do 1 more. And hold it in that position. So the top fingertips are much, much longer than the bottom one. Feel that stretch in the top shoulder blade right there. 3, 2, and pull it back. Good job. Grab the top leg and find a quadricep stretch. So again, my waist is lifted, my ribs are lifted. I'm lengthening my knee away from the crown of my head. I'm tucking my tail between my legs. Have a quick look at the height of my knee. So some of you have got their legs up here. That's not what I want. I want you to bring your leg in line with your shoulder. So bring those knees down a little bit. Most of you need to bring the knees down. That's better. Really tuck the tail between your legs, and you should feel a nice stretch at the front here. Keep breathing. And then gently let go. Good. We're coming onto our elbows and our knees. We're tucking our tail between our legs. We're coming into a plank, elbow,